Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky at that.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb,
Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Do not move, people. KG is not here, obviously, for obvious reasons. Yeah, we all know he's been streaming for 5 hours straight on the boxing podcast, so let's not pretend. Yeah, he's too tired to do that. Yeah. Good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world, people. Welcome to another episode of 5 Things Ugly. Like I said, yeah, we got a show for you tonight.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, what we went through today was just heartbreaking to say the least. And finally, I think we're going to talk about giving Erik ten Hag the last side eye. Yeah. I'm feeling about 10 people. Talk to me, because you know I ain't got much to say about this unless I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to owe people money, blood.
Bro, I want to say we can't even say Merry Christmas because the Christmas never came. We got hammered by the hammers, you know, and I'm just disappointed. I thought like maybe we could build off of Liverpool and the fight that we showed in that game. But bro, this was just beyond embarrassing. This was just a total shameful display on. Come on, these guys couldn't give us a nice little Christmas present, you know, even just a draw or something. But my Lord, I just don't even know where to start, Joe. I want to say, hit the like button. The trauma that we went through today deserves you to take the moment and hit the like button.
KG, look, like what's going on? Listen, people, KG has been streaming all day. Yeah, when I say all day, like give the man some credit. He needs some sleep. Right? If you read some people know what he could be doing. Yeah. Give the man some accolades. Yeah, he needs to get some sleep, people.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's talk, people, because you know what? It's kind of a mixture of 5 things deep and the good, the bad, the ugly tonight. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. Yeah. So
it's only 5 things ugly and 5 things bad, Joe. 5 things ugly.
What I feel right now is that we just have to get through it because the community needs to speak on it. I feel like the community definitely needs to speak on it. Yeah. And
yes.
You know what? Let's just start on a positive. I don't even want to go anywhere else. Let's just start on a positive.
Okay.
What was his name again?
Oh, our French international. We got to give the flowers, the respect all the way to our 19-year-old boy, Willy Kambwala. Come on now. Come on. The boy deserves some respect, some
I can't say the names, I left it to bots, people. So yes, Kambwala. Yes. Willy Kambwala.
I've been hiding this boy, man. Like, come on, we've been having a sentiment.
It's a shame he came in this game. Yeah, it's a shame he came into this game, innit? Yeah, because he didn't really put a foot wrong. Apart from the second goal wasn't too good for him as well. He was there. Him and Johnny Evans looked kind of bad for that goal. But he had a good match. He had a very good game. And I'm thinking, you know what, if we can continue bringing out little gems like this, if Erik ten Hag does have the eye for players like this, maybe we have a chance, innit? Yeah, because the signings ain't the one.
Oof, Joe, I gotta tell you, I don't know about Erik ten Hag's eyes. I think he needs to do a medical test for his eyes, his talent ID, because he chose Anthony and look at what happened. Kudus came through and said, I'm the guy that you should have picked. And you could see that celebration. Kudus, it meant so much to him, you know? It was just, bro, Ten Hag.
The celebration was cold. He was like,
Bro, that's straight up from clubs, fam. It was like, you know, I couldn't.
Listen, don't answer me, bro. You know what? Look, it's clear that Eric Ten Hag doesn't have an eye for players. I think when it comes to signings, I do believe that power needs to be taken out of his hands. I still believe he's a good coach. You know, I'm still saying it, and I still think he's going to be here next season. So sorry, Pav, I ain't paying you that 200 early because honestly, I think that he's going to be here next season. I think he will start the next season.
Yay. I don't know, bro. I don't know the way it's looking, Joe. The way the tide is flowing right now, man. Here's the thing. There is, the tactical battle on the pitch. There's also the psychological battle. And if players start losing psychologically, that's when the manager is starting to lose the players. Like our forwards.
I feel like we've already jumped onto the second thing deep, like because we're just talking about Eric Ten Hag. I said,
okay.
Willie Kambwala, and then we're just talking Eric Ten Hag. Let's just say Willie Kambwala's yeah. Second thing deep, Eric Ten Hag is a waste man right now in most people's eyes. That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the truth? How do you feel right now? Because in-game management is what I'm worried about. I feel like we do have a decent style of play. We are actually creating quite a bit of chances here. If we were a little bit more clinical, Garnacho had about 3 or 4 chances just in the first half. Yeah, but are we clinical enough to finish these chances? So this is why I'm saying he's a good coach. That's why Ricky's asking me, good coach, where, Joe? Yeah, how? Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I think he's a good coach in terms of what we develop on the pitch, but I think his in-game management needs a lot of work. It's mad. I mean, he learns every time he makes a mistake, but it's like we're going through too many mistakes before he actually gets it right. I think that's where everybody's getting frustrated. Honestly.
He needs to sit down and really just grill these players. Here's the thing. I remember when I was listening to Rio Ferdinand's podcast, I think Vibe 5, and he was talking about when they had Van Persie in the team and how the manager specifically said, if you have space, you have to be looking for your front man. You have to be looking for the guy who's supposed to be getting you the goals, right? And right now, Højlund he's not even being served, fam. He's not even he's starved. He's impoverished, Joe. I don't even know how he's going to even improve when he's not even given a chance to actually take shots at goal. One pass, combined pass from Anthony and Garnacho, that is horrible. That is just horrible. Like, we cannot. It's not a way that I think we can move forward. That front line is just psychologically lost right now. They don't even trust themselves, bro. Guys, big up to everybody that's tuned in right now. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. It's the 5 things bad and ugly.
Watch this comment.
DJ Vic. After you hit the like button, though.
It is what it is, bro. KG is tired, fam. Like, let him be. He's been streaming all day, 5 hours. Yeah, listen, you can still call in. You can still have you say, we might not be it, but at least we're here. All right?
Come on. Yeah, it's just like a horrible display of in-game management, and also the lineup too is just like, I understand from our 5 center backs, I think 4 are injured / ill, and that is just like the worst crisis you can have. As a manager, I want to just say, Ten Hag, bro, you've been very, very unlucky, but it's also you're making it hard to defend you with your selections. You're shooting yourself on the foot, fam. That's just my feeling on his just game management, lineup, and tactical, performance. Moyes served him. Let's be fair. Moyes deserves his credit.
Moyes played a good game, and you know what? This is probably what makes it worse for a lot of Man United fans looking at Moyes. Getting beating us. Are you not? Are you a little bit just aggrieved, a little bit pissed off looking at Moyes on the sideline? Like, Yeah, he was so happy, bro, when Kudus scored that second goal. He was like, "That's it. It's a wrap. We've won. It's done."
Yeah.
And I was, oh, bro. Do you know what? I'm this close. I am like
So
this close. Eric Ten Hag out, fam. This close. This close. Yeah. But do you know what? Then I keep coming back to what we said before he came here. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's got to get bad before it gets good. And because we had such a good season, first season, yeah, I feel like people felt like it wasn't going to get any worse than that. Here it is being worse than that before it gets better. But we can't keep sacking managers though. Like, do we sack him now and try to get something else? What we're doing already, or do we try to reform the team first, build a backroom staff, and then get rid of the manager if need be, if he can't handle it after that? Or is everybody done? Let me know in the chat, innit? Is everybody done with Eric Ten Hag already? Just say in or out.
Yeah. ETH in, ETH out, ETH.
Shake it all about.
Bro, Dwight York in the building. Shout out to you. Make sure the link is going to be posted in a few minutes. Please call in. We want to hear your thoughts. Express why you're taking the stance that you're taking. So, Joe, the thing that I was trying to drive home was the fact that the psychological belief, there's a psychological disconnect that is growing, and that is when a manager now starts to really lose the team. If you as a manager cannot rally your team to 78 minutes, bro, we're 2-0 down. The guys gave up. Psychologically.
Did you see that short from UV from Flex?
No. Which one?
He spoke to Wan-Bissaka after the game.
Okay. What did Wambi say?
If you haven't seen that, people go check it out. Yeah, Flex speaks to Wan-Bissaka after the game, and it's almost heartbreaking listening to the players talk the way they're talking, because there was no sound on the original video saying it, but he was describing what Wan-Bissaka was saying and how he was feeling. It's like, bro, Flex even said to him, "It all needs to restart, bro. It all needs to restart." And he said it to him almost on like a shit. I didn't mean to say it to him like that, innit? Because you're gonna hurt man's feelings saying that, "Oh, we need to restart the team." Like, talking about you, man. But he was like, "I understand it, bro." Yeah, and he says that, look, the team's in a bad way right now. They're low on confidence, and that is something I can see on the pitch. Do they believe in what they're doing? Do you think they actually believe in what they're doing on the pitch?
The forwards don't. The forwards don't at all. There's something about, the defense, even though today we have to mention again, it was like a brand new center back pairing that we haven't seen. Another combination that Ten Hag has never picked before, Johnny and Willie, we've never seen them play next to each other, So Ten Hag has been forced to make decisions that, this is a decision by force, pretty much, by circumstance. And so I understand that. That's why I have a little bit of sympathy for him, even though I'm still questioning his in-game and a man management as well. It's not looking good, Eric. It's not. Sean Coleman is 10
You know what? The way I see it, yeah. Who did you say is incoming?
No, I'm not gonna say the name right now. No.
No. I'll tell you right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should get rid of Eric Ten Hag before the end of the season. I don't know about you, boss. Where do you actually sit right now? Yeah. Are you Eric Ten Hag? Eric Ten Hag in?
I'm not Eric Ten Hag out. I'm not. This is why, because I know that a rebuild is a long journey, A rebuild.
Can you hear me? Have I got mad echo?
Yeah, your connection has been moving like the Man United forwards today. Like it was fine before we started the show, and then next thing it just goes back to old Joe settings. You remember?
Oh my God!
Yeah, but the thing is this, Joe. Here is why. Hear me out, okay? I always go back to the example of Sir Alex Ferguson. I know it's different times, but we have to look at that for some perspective. We need to look at the situation and zoom out. We understand right now the players are not really showing us any fight, for sure. But remember, Sir Alex Ferguson, when he took over in 1986, right? He finished 11th, and then he went to 2nd. And then it's like, yes, I'm sure everybody, Man United fans' expectation after Sir Alex Ferguson goes from 11th to 2nd is top 4 minimum. But no, Sir Alex Ferguson went to 11th in 1988, 89. And then after that, not only that, after 11th, fam, it got even worse. He went to 13th, fam. So that's how a journey of a rebuild, a journey where like a club is now starting to, actually form a connection with a manager. We need to go through a very, very tumultuous, uneasy ride. That's how a rebuild is. We cannot go back to the same cycle that we've been doing, firing managers, getting a false boost that dies down. Well, all we're looking for is a honeymoon if we fire Ten Hag. Whether we get Darren Fletcher in or McKenna or whoever, we're just going to get a honeymoon that's going to eventually die down.
Talking Potter, innit?
Say what?
A lot of people have been talking about Potter.
Get out of here, man. Bro. That will be the day. Here's the thing. I don't think Potter is horrible, but he's not ready for a club like Man United. If he couldn't do it at Chelsea, he can't do it at Man United. He needs to go build himself at Serie A.
I think Chelsea was broken when he got there, fam.
And we are broken. We are broken right now. We are broken. So it's going to be a repeat, Joe. We're structurally incompetent. We are recruitment-wise. We are broken. We are broken, fam.
Well, this is the only hope that we have about Sir Jim, innit? That's the only hope we have about Sir Jim, people. The fact that we might think that he might actually do something. By the way, let me know if you're still hearing the echo, because I'll try and sort anything out if you're still hearing the echo, by the way.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as before. But yeah, anyway, what's your next thing, Deep? Like
You go next though, because I did the first two.
The next thing that I want to address is Bruno Fernandez. For me, here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I like Bruno Fernandez as a player, but right now he's just not cutting it, fam. He was not effective. He didn't create, didn't affect the game. When you were looking at you as a midfielder, who's supposed to be creating or providing more chances for your other attackers, your fellow attackers, we can't rely on a player who keeps on disappearing like this and getting horrible, petulant yellow cards. Bro, what the hell was Bruno doing? I'm almost feeling like partially part of it's systematic. It's like his partners are not as good. At school, if you're given,
you got to stop blaming people around him.
Let me land. If you're given a group project and some people are not pulling that weight, you're the one that's just like, coming up with the ideas or doing everything, and nobody's showing up to the even. You know what I mean? They're not showing up to the group meeting. Too many is the equivalent of that.
Look, the thing is, but this is the thing. This is why Eric Ten Hag is getting the bombastic side-eye time, because you're like, man, why do you keep picking this brother? What's wrong with you? Yeah? Okay, we know he's bad. You should know he's bad as well. Don't make me keep asking questions, fam. Like, why do we keep asking Eric Ten Hag the same questions, and that's why everybody's frustrated, man. He's not actually I don't think in-game management is his forte. It's like when he picks his first team, that's it. That's the end of it. He picks his team and you're playing at least 8 minutes.
And Joe, on that too, I kind of want to say like he might need some more media training or retraining, because every time I try and listen, after the game, I always go to the press conference to try and get a little bit of perspective. Be like, what was the game plan here? What were you trying to do? Maybe he'll tell us something, but guess what? It's just feels like he's getting more and more disconnected with reality, bro. He said something along the lines of, we were more or less good in and out of possession up until the 72nd minute or something like that when we fell asleep. I was like, Eric. What is that? What kind of analysis is that?
Bro, we've already established that our manager is a liar. Yeah, he's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah, we all know he's a liar. Yeah, straight up and down. Like, let's just face it. Yeah, but what I can't stand is the fact that he keeps beating around the bush. I think ever since the Sancho thing, he's stepped back a little bit from just telling the truth. Like, just be real, bro. We was rubbish. Yeah, if you think that's good, then there's another problem. There's another problem. You know what? It's not actually wrong though. I did say that Garnacho created about 4 or 5 chances in the first half. Well, he got 4 or 5 chances in the first half, which he didn't finish. Yeah, or find his man.
Yeah, why do you keep going up with your numbers? You said 3 or 4. Now you're saying 4 or 5. Soon you're going to say 5 or 6. It's not. It was 2 or 3, Joe.
It was 2 or 3. Now let me go watch the thing back again. Yeah, it was about 4.
You watching, bro?
I'm gonna settle on 4. There was about 4 chances from Garnacho in the first half. Am I lying?
We're going to need a reckless delegate to come and clarify this because I'm not gonna let it go.
I'm telling you, there was about 3 chances. Yeah, there was at least 3 chances from Garnacho, and then another chance where he should have crossed it. Yeah, but he didn't. Well, he did, but it was rubbish. Yeah. So we had chances in the first half just from Garnacho alone. Yeah. I think we should have done a lot better. Yeah, being clinical is a thing. We need to be a lot more clinical. Connor says he had 3 at the most.
Yeah, there we go. It's gonna be a hard watch, but I didn't want to paraphrase his words. Here is Erik ten Hag's actual words. He said, "We were dominant, but we didn't score. We were in total control, in and out of possession. We gave them nothing until the 72nd minute when we switched off."
Oh, listen. I read this.
Papi, are you listening with your system speaker or an earpiece? If it's your system speaker, the echo is coming from your end. You need to use an earpiece or turn down your laptop audio level. No. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna make an adjustment and see. Maybe. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you for that. I didn't know Uncle that connected. You know.
You see how I had to move the picture and thing? You get me?
He's gonna school me. I was being a bad boy with my connection, but you know that's the thing about it is Erik ten Hag's analysis of the game and take of the game. It makes me feel like anytime we're at 0-0, he feels like we're in control. That's bro, wake up, Eric. Check your eyesight again. We need somebody who can see and smell that we're in danger. That game, 4 minutes in, Newcastle had the first chance. You could see that this is not gonna flow in our way. Especially Joe after that Garnacho one-on-one flop.
Ten Hag doesn't see the danger, bro. It's like he just doesn't he thinks it's gonna be all right. Yeah, and this is where I'm starting to get a little bit itchy now about the whole situation, bro. If we get better players in after we get a good board above him, that starts making decisions for him, and he still doesn't perform in the pitch in the first half of next season, he can go. Bro. Erik ten Hag has got into the first half of next season.
Yeah.
If Ineos comes in and does something proper until the middle of next season, then you know what, we've got to start looking at him properly and thinking, what is he actually doing here? Yeah.
Okay.
3 seasons.
That's the way. I think that's the way we have to view it. It's like he made a mess. This season right now has been atrocious, and now clean it up. That's where I'm at with it. That's really, I think that clarifies my position on Ten Hag. He has to clean things up. And I want to give him that opportunity when he's able to pick his best 11, when he's able to actually have players that he brought and can, we know as a fan base that they can play or closer to his system. You know, the Martinez is back. We want to see a sharp Casemiro in there, maybe with Kobe. And then that's when you can say, Ten Hag, you know, we've judged you. You've been given enough time. You've been given even a lot of backing. You know, it's time. You know, so that's where I am with it.
We'll see, innit? Because the time will tell. But you know, it's funny that the conversation keeps going back to Ten Hag. Have you not noticed that?
It keeps on going back to him. He has to take most of the blame.
Your third thing deep was something else, and it still went back to Ten Hag.
What is it? What is it?
Right, it just goes to show what's on everybody's mind tonight, bro. Ten Hag is the one, really. But you know what? My fourth thing deep,
Yes.
Bro, it's very apparent to me now that we don't have a second gear, let alone a third gear. We have one gear, neutral. We literally play our game in neutral the whole time, fam. The whole time we play in neutral.
Are you saying we're one speed? You don't know.
We're a go-kart, blood. Yeah.
We are go-kart.
We're trapped. You know what? Yeah. Sometimes looking at us playing, you're like, we don't press as a team. We don't, show individual brilliance anymore. You know, even in the Ollie season, you can say at least there was individual brilliance. Now that we're playing systems, it's like nobody's shining. Nobody's doing it. I mean, you get the 2 odd goals from McTominay every now and then or whatever else, but the players that are put in their positions ain't doing their jobs properly. And that's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Look at Nick's comment. We play like a milk float fan. Bro, thank you, Nick. Mario Kart FC. Our team is in the mud, you know. One speed.
Bro, let's face it though. No. Let's be real, innit? But yeah. When you see us play, how do you actually feel? Like, you know, in the first couple of minutes, I was like, okay, at least we're handling the game well. We're not getting moved to. But then as the game goes on, you can see that we're not in control of anything.
No.
Did you really see at any point we was in control of that game?
I thought, if anything, maybe out of possession, we were slightly better than in possession. That is my view on it. You know, is why I say that is because both teams in general were not really creating really goal glaring opportunities, except for that one-on-one. Really, Garnacho should have buried that one. But like, you know, it took a while for both keepers to really be tested like that. So out of possession, maybe defensively we're all right for the first half, and then a little bit patches in the second half, and then we just couldn't get to the second gear. I like how you put that.
There is no second gear, fam. We can't get to it because it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's like we try to play the slow tempo game, and there's no when you watch Liverpool, they slow the game down. And then there's a mad burst of energy. In fact, there's a lot of bursts. They're basically energy until they feel like slowing down. Do you know what I mean? And when I watch that kind of football, I am jealous. I am fully jealous of what Klopp does over at Liverpool. And I shouldn't be saying it, but it's true. Yeah. I don't like the football that we're playing. We don't press. At least if we was pressing, if we was maybe that team that created bare chances but was missing all the time. We create a good number of chances though. That's the only thing that I'll give Ten Hag. Something about his football is creating chances.
You say good number of chances. I gotta not let that one go too, Joe.
Listen, we can argue if you want, but
no. Listen. Put the goals aside. Let's just look at chances. Okay, look at Spurs. Spurs create chances for fun. Spurs never finished 90 minutes with more than less than 5 or 6 chances created at least. Right now we're talking about you are hanging on to these 3 chances that we created, and trying to be positive about it, which I appreciate. But bro, we are no chance FC, bro. We are the team, whether we're not clinical in those 3 chances. This is West Ham. We have to go there and create chance after at least 7. Come on. Is that a lot to ask for?
No.
7 chances.
Give yourself a bond. because it's not too much to ask for, yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna go too much more into it, yeah. We don't have a second gear, blood, let alone a third gear. Yeah, that is it. That is my fourth thing deep. I don't know if you want to take the fifth thing deep because the next thing I'm going to say, I don't know if I want to say it. So maybe you say the fifth thing deep.
No, I mean, I want to make sure that I stress on the fact that our wingers are not winging, fam. I feel like we have some guys that are below par. And I understand Garnacho is still young. He's still learning the trade of actually what being a starter means. But right now, he looks.
What about Onana? What about Onana though?
Onana, we can't forget Andre Onana. He's also like one of those. He's Andre Onana, bro. I don't even know. Somebody in the comments said, "Can we please get Mary Earps? She's an employee at Man United. Can we please get Mary? Because I'm done with Andre."
We need to start asking. I can't wait for AFCON. That's mad. I can't wait for AFCON, fam. Like, forget. Like, I want to see someone else play in that position. Honestly,
the thing about it,
I feel like we defended well. You know, like teams will always create chances. Yeah, that's why I felt bad for Kobe and I felt bad for Willie. What's his name?
Kambwala.
Yeah, because I felt he had a solid game. Apart from obviously Mainu making that mistake that led to the second goal, and Kambwala as well was also not innocent in that second goal, standing there with Evans. Do you know what I mean? They both could have done a little bit better. But Onana, bro,
it's more Evans than Kambwala for me. But I hear you. Evans is more comfortable. He was the closest. You know?
Yeah, but they're both complicit for me. You know, I feel like if certain other people read the game better in order to position themselves better in order to intercept balls like that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
At the end of the day, you know, sometimes even Harry Maguire will get a foot into it and it'll be an own goal. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? At least he's there. But
it ain't what it is, Joe. Right now, this for me, the thing about it here, we have to give Onana the credit for he did some save that was good from the header. I can't remember who headed that ball. It might have been Bowen or it could have been, I can't remember who headed the ball from West Ham, but that and some okay footwork. You know, he was like, okay, that's Andre. When he was being pressed, he trapped the ball in a very uncomfortable position, and you're like, okay, that's the good footwork that we know you can do. But the guy does not give you confidence in the goal, bro. He just feels like you might as well put a flower, plant a tree there. You know, put a stop sign, a lamppost, because that guy doesn't feel like he has an aura right now. You know. I said I know, Connor, that was a slip of the tongue. but yeah. My whole point is Onana needs to figure his thing out. Can we see at least what the other guy Bayender can do? You know?
Fingers crossed, AFCON, innit? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But look, guys, you know what? The lines are open. I'm gonna repost it again. Yeah, come guys, have your say, because you know what? I feel like a lot of us need to vent. I want, you know, if Americans, if you're awake, if you're there, come through. You know, it's the night before Christmas Eve for you guys. It's Christmas Eve for us already. It is currently 1:43 in the morning in the UK. I am up. I'm awake. It's London, baby. Yeah, I'm waiting for Santa Claus. I'm gonna find that guy. Yeah.
Christmas ain't coming this year, Joe. I'm sorry.
Listen, you think Man United is going to affect my Christmas? You know the way I love food. You think they're going to affect my Christmas? Listen, Man United can go back to business. Yeah?
That's exactly what I was trying to say earlier on. I was like, you know, let's not let this team kill our mood. Let's not let this team spoil our festive season, bro. It's going to be a horrible, horrible, you know, not enjoyable season if we're gonna let football, our team, do this to us. We got to protect our mental health and figure out how is it that we're gonna, you know, still support the team but not be so emotionally involved, because it gets me worked up.
Hey, blood, you know what? Just so that I want to show that we're not very biased on this stream. Yeah, man said to us, look, Scott,
What up, Scoot? Merry Christmas, Scoot.
I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's a nice thing to say, isn't it, Scott? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yeah. But look, you can't be everybody's cup of tea at the end of the day, innit? Look, we're covering for KG. He was doing a full day of streaming today, people. You got to give respect to what he's doing. But look, people, like first callers in. We got 4 people waiting already. Anybody else? The link is in the chat. Join if you want to. Let's go to the first person that came in. Let's go to Charles. Charles, what you saying, bro?
Yo, Wagwan.
Wagwan, Charles.
Sack the manager.
Woo! Straight away.
The manager, bro. I don't know.
Why?
Actually, I'm gonna just be very calm right now because although I want him gone yesterday, he isn't going anywhere. Truth be told, until Ineos come in and the whole board thing is yo Honor, yeah, bro. This guy.
Yeah.
All right, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying about the manager. He's not going anywhere until the board members are all sorted and everything. So,
yeah,
Erik ten Hag has a stay of execution. But saying that you should give him to the beginning of next season, that is criminal.
So you don't think he's going to be here next season?
I don't think he should make it through this summer.
Whoa.
Okay. It's not just this. Look, do you take into the... I feel like people are very reactionary, and I am a very reactionary person as well. Like I keep saying to you guys, I'm this close in it, yeah, but I keep on reflecting back to before he came, and I keep on saying we all said we was going to go through the bad times with this guy, and we was going to give him the real time that a manager deserves. Do you feel like the way he's doing right now deserves him to be fired like that bad? Like we're not Chelsea, we're not down in 10th, 11th, we're not floating around there.
Yeah,
do you really think he deserves sacking now?
He's had how many months? He's had how many preseasons? He's spent 400 million. Like when the guy came in, we were all here talking about we're going to win the league, bro. Like we all trusted this guy. You can't say the Man United fans didn't back him. But what we are seeing, this is bad. This is like you said, when all the players come back from injury, you're not even thinking anything is going to change.
Yeah.
And this is 400 millions worth. Like, remember when Arnold was sitting down talking about we've blown 1 billion and I can't see it. We've blown another 400 million, bro. We all want to blame the board, but for this one, we can't even blame the board. Because remember when Eric was taking 7 years to negotiate his contract? We were all here gassing it like, yes, he wants control over this, control over that. That's what we need. This way, the board isn't going to screw him over. He's getting everything. All right, now he's gotten everything. And we're looking at the board like, this is your fault. Make it make sense. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I'll tell you one thing, though, Charles. He gets a lot of blame for the fact that players are overpriced and that what they're delivering on the pitch is not what we wanted. I think Erik ten Hag's targeted a lot of
dead ballers, bro.
Players.
Dead ballers.
There might be dead ballers, but we should never pay the price that we paid for the people that we have in this team right now. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, we should never pay the price, but he pressed for it.
Yeah, no, he pressed for players. Yeah. He don't press for the price.
You don't press for the price, but I'm sure when Murto comes and they tell him, bro, these people want 85 million, because don't forget the scouts priced him at 25. I'm sure Murto came back and was like, bro, these guys are asking for 100 million. Like, you need to tell me, is this guy vital? Like, do you really need him? And I'm sure Erik ten Hag would have made a case for Anthony. Don't forget when Anthony joined, we were all doing Spinneroonies, fam. We were thinking, oh, it's coming to the Brazilian. We don't know if this guy is from Paraguay or something right now, bro. He's looking mad. We don't know what he is. Like, this is mad. And this is all on Eric. It's all on Erik ten Hag's head. Even okay, like say forget the signings, yeah. Who has he improved? Like, as a coach, part of the job is to improve players, no? Like, you're not always going to get them. Who has
Are
he
you trying
improved?
to tell me that Aaron Wan-Bissaka hasn't improved since he's been here? Dalot hasn't improved since he's been here. Furthermore, the big fridge that we all used to cuss, Maguire hasn't improved since he's been here. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Charles?
Yes, none of them have improved. They are all playing at like substandard level.
Get lost, man. You're talking rubbish. You're talking rubbish. Nah. You know what? You're stupid. You know what? Yeah. You're talking rubbish. You out of your mind. You tell me none of those three players have improved since he's been here. I don't even like Maguire. I don't even like Maguire, blood. I don't even like Maguire. Even I had to admit the other day, this man has improved.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Also, the first thing that Charles mentioned was like, none of the players coming back gives you confidence. I want to just say, Charles, have some confidence. I know Martinez is going to have a really, really positive impact on our lineup. When he comes in, we will start seeing those line penetrating passes from a center back who is press resistant, who, is also very, very vocal and very aggressive and brings that camaraderie that we need, that psychological belief that we need, that we won't get scored in, we won't concede, you are in charge, so I think Martinez, you should have confidence, Charles, on Martinez. When he comes back, we will be better.
You know what, yeah? I'll tell you something. Rose, you call in too. Jamaican brother, call in, fam. Yeah. Let's have this conversation. I'm telling you right now, Maguire is a better defender than he was last season. Yeah. I actually don't feel, the instant fear that you have when you see Onana in goal is what I used to have for Maguire last season. I don't have that instant fear for him no more. You can't tell me that he's not an improved defender. He surely is one of them. He's actually the advocate of our team of people that have improved under Erik ten Hag. Well, I think. Yeah. Anyway, that's my opinion. Maybe, or clearly, other people have different opinions. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about that, but do you think anybody's improved under Erik ten Hag, bro?
No, I mean you were spot on Maguire, bro. That's a very strong point. Nobody can disagree with that and say, Harry Maguire is declining. If anything, he started we know that he's been on the bench for lots of last season, and now he's getting his chance and he's showing that he's been back behind the scenes. He's out there working and trying to improve. So yeah, that is one. Wan-Bissaka too is slowly but surely. It's a little bit hard, obviously, to show how a player has really improved when the team is not doing well. And right now, the reality of the situation is we're not doing well. So it's difficult to kind of just, single out many players. But, let's go to the next caller, bro.
Let's go to the next caller. I heard this guy was lit tonight. Yo, Connor, what you saying, bro?
Hello, boys.
Hey, what you drinking tonight, Connor? It's Christmas Eve in England already, bro. What are you sipping?
It's only Christmas Eve now. It's not Christmas Eve night. No, it's Christmas Eve morning. We'll get that correct, right? We'll have that corrected. But Charles, I need to speak on Charles because I'm his medical carer. He was recently hit in the head with 19 inches, and he's not been the same since. He needs to be given leeway on his views. Now, he made a comment of Manchester United standard versus improved. Right now, no player at United is at United standard. Let's not pretend they are. However, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, and a few others have improved under Ten Hag. We can't deny they haven't. Yes. But there's a player that we need to call out again. Now, we need to contact a few spiritualists. We need to get the Ouija boards out, and we need to look for the ghost of the Manchester United midfield. He's a Scottish ghost. He's been haunting us since Jose was here. It's Scott
he's
McTominay.
A double agent indeed.
He's not like 007. No. He's a double agent. He works for every other team in the league. He's like do you like when the spies you see, like they work for Moscow, they work for Beijing, they'll do some work for the CIA. That's what McTominay is like for every team in the league.
Yes.
Like, as long as you pay him enough, he'll bend over for you. He'll do what needs to be done. Charles, you can't be
you know the
commenting
funny thing
that.
is,
I'm your carer.
every manager's been fooled by this guy since he's been here, though. Every
Bro,
manager basically
he, mu-
loves
he must
autonomy.
have some blackmail on certain managers. He must have it.
Yeah.
Like, he must hire private eyes to go and searching through their closets looking for every skeleton he can find.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
genuinely. But from today's match, like, Box, you might have said it before. How many passes were given to Højlund by Anthony and Garnacho? One. Just one. Like, let's think about some other stats that are just one. Like, how many times did Liverpool won the Premier League? Just once. Let's think. How many times have Arsenal been to a European final in the past 5 years? Just once. You know, some other stats that are one. I can't think of too many. I'm too tired to think of. But yeah, no. To be fair, I feel like Onana might have. My dad's here, but I feel like Onana might have played the ball to Højlund more than them two might have actually. Has he? I'm not sure. It's a chance we might have thought about. But yeah, I feel like United, being this what's his called, Ivan Toney, we go get Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth because he scored an hat-trick today. When was the last time a United player other than Ronaldo scored a hat-trick for us? I think it was Rashford in the Champions League in COVID years, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
bro.
it is a good
Right,
shout.
Charles, we don't need to be seeing what's happening in your bedroom right now. We don't need to be knowing you're getting railed. Stop talking about it. It's not nice. Talking about you getting railed in your bedroom isn't fun.
You two leave that for your private conversations, yeah.
Nah, see, Charles, he likes talking about things too much. He just talks about him getting railed all the time. It's not nice. It's disgusting, personally. I think he needs to be stopped, but he keeps going on about it.
Your door was creaking, blood.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Man United, fam. Yeah?
Back to United.
How do you feel about Eric Ten Hag right now? That's the question I want to ask you, Connor.
I'm not Eric Ten Hag out, but I'm going to criticise him. Like, he's not, oh, you criticise the manager, you're Eric Ten Hag out. No, Fergie had bad games. You can criticise Fergie. Like, when you look at the Champions League final against Barcelona where we lost it, Fergie even admitted himself he should have stuck Jason Park on top of Messi. He admits he made a mistake. Managers make mistakes. It's not this, oh, you're against the manager on this issue, you're Eric Ten Hag out. Stop being so one-sided, you delusional. I'm not going to say the word, but, you know, stop being so one-sided. It's not, oh, you're this or you're that. No, literally, you can criticise a manager. Stop getting upset you're criticising him. Oh, well, guess what? They deserve to be criticised. They're human. You're going to cry about it, cry. I'll buy you a box of tissues. I don't care. No. Right. But
yourself, bro.
No. Ten Hag in, but give him time, but also let him get players back from injuries. And if it carries on into the next season, Ten Hag out at that point. But give him time in the January and the summer transfer window.
There we go. Listen, boom. Hey, people. I kind of reiterate what Connor says, to be fair. You know what I've already said? I said I'll give him to the second half of next season. Yeah. Yes. At least to see what he's producing with what Ineos brings in. Let's see what Ineos brings in, and let's see if it's any good for the manager. At the end of the day, if Ineos can take over the sporting side of things and start bringing in players that we can believe in, who we can back, and then if Eric Ten Hag can't do anything with those players, then we've got to really, really look at Ten Hag or a side eye and be like, bro, your time's up, innit? But I would give him I think I'm giving managers at least 3 seasons now to see if they can implement their ways.
Dex Sports says, give men more time than a Rolex. That is funny. I want to echo also, highlight what Connor said. The thing about it, give the men more time, give him actually he's human and he will make mistakes like every other manager. And that's part of the job. That's part of the learning curve as well. So he's unfortunately learning in front of our eyes, and it's not a pretty lesson.
Hey, Ricky, just to let you know, we can't actually pin the link. We only have control, just like Ineos, we only have control of 25% of this. We only have control of the StreamYard. We do not have control of the YouTube. So we can only stick to the chat. We cannot pin it on your YouTube because we do not have a YouTube control. It's true though. We only got that 25%. You might have the keys, but not to the back door. You know, the ones there, just the front door.
Exactly.
But you know what?
Shout out to BB for the super chat. Yo.
I don't know. I shouldn't even read it out. But big up to you anyway. All right. Right, who's next? Let's bring in the next caller. Dwight York 2. All right. Talk to me, younger York.
What's going on, y'all? Big ups from the United States.
Where you calling from, people?
Which part of the US?
I'm currently in Mexico right now, but I'm from the West Coast.
Come on.
The base in Mexico, yeah?
I had to fly down here to Mexico with the family because United was just destroying my life.
Yeah. You're like KG. As soon as something goes bad, you take a flight. I gotta go.
Fam, even on holiday, they're destroying my life. United. Let's
I mean, he's on a plane right now. Yeah, he ain't coming back till New Year's.
Oh, Lord. So let's talk.
Yes,
I'd say
what was your game today?
atrocious, but it's also not surprising. This season has not surprised me in any way, shape, or form because every performance is similar, if not the same. We're good in the first 20 minutes, and after that, it's downhill. I mean, I played almost up to pro, even semi. I was a center forward, and I'll start with Ten Hag. Like it's okay to criticize managers. That's fine.
Yes.
Even the best managers make mistakes, but also the best managers learn from their mistakes. The best managers do not consistently over 8, 10, 12 games make mistakes, the same mistake. Players have improved under Ten Hag. Yes, maybe 2 or 3 players have improved. Now, you have to take a step back and look macro. Sure, they improved, but are they still the quality Manchester United need? You can improve, but still not be the standard that we need, which is the reality, right?
Yes.
So that's
I agree with that 100%. Just because they've improved, don't mean they should still stay. People like Scott and Maguire still need to leave, no matter what they've given this season. Yeah.
And in terms of the manager, am I Ten Hag out? I would like to be Ten Hag out, but the reality of it is, even if we're Ten Hag out until Ineos comes in and assesses the entire situation, Ten Hag will be here, and that's what it boils down to. And so when we say we can criticize the manager, we can, but it's not just the manager, it's everybody across the board. It's a manager for his signings, it's a manager for picking who's on the field, it's a manager for training. What I see on the field tells me what's going on in training is what should be going on. How is it that you're good in if we're not clinical finishing, putting the ball in the back of the net? And if we were clinical, that first 20 minutes where United's always the best, we would put 2-3 past. We put 2-3 past the team, or at least build a lead, and then we can work on defending, forcing their hand. And if they're forcing their hand, then we can counter up our. Like if we were clinical at finishing, we'd be able to do that. But our wingers, the fact that they don't pass the Højlund, okay, fine, but then pull your weight and score, which they don't do.
Yeah.
Højlund is young. He can get better. Is he worth 70, 80 million? No. However, as a forward, if he can't do it himself, then he also needs service. And if he's not getting service and you're not utilizing the strength of your asset up top, then why do you have him? Why'd you buy him? And also, why are you not talking to your wingers to utilize that asset? Because they're not scoring goals. Anthony hasn't scored a goal in God knows how long. The guy only has a left foot, and for 100 million, you can't even attempt to use your right foot, which tells me they're not doing it in training either. So I'm asking what's going on.
You know what the funny thing is, yeah? You know when you speak about our team, we don't like our team, do we? do we like our team?
No,
like
fam. Listen, we love our team. We just don't like the performances that they're putting on. We don't like how they're representing us. It's like your family. Something you got family members that you love, but sometimes when they show their ass at the party, you don't like how they're representing the family, but you love them.
Yeah.
So not always true. There's some players, there's some members of your family that you like. That's not my family.
Yeah, true.
Family, you try to hide them,
but what is going to have to happen is Ineos is going to come in and they have to assess the situation, and they have to address whether we want to just use the transfer windows like most teams to buy players, or if we want to use the transfer windows effectively to also sell players. But everything that we want United to do, we can't, because we don't have the correct structure in place. United is structured as a business. The fact that we're on the New York Stock Exchange means we are structured as a business. And if you're on the New York Stock Exchange, the point is to make money for your stockholders, period. Not football. But it's funny for the billionaires, because it seems like they don't understand. If the football is good, then that means stock price goes up, which means they get paid more. So
come on.
They don't understand people, bro. They don't understand.
So why wouldn't they put more money to that? Why wouldn't they want that? Why wouldn't they want to get the best coach, the best DOF, the best CEO, the best who know football? Go get the right people who know football, instead of like putting the man them in who don't know anything, and you're just plugging them because they're your homies. Pause.
Bro, he's just plugging them. Hey, yo.
Pause.
Major pause alert.
Of course, honestly, major pause.
They're just happy to take the money, bro. That's what they was happy for this whole time. They were happy to let it tick over and just get dividends. That's it.
So everybody always is like, "Where's the blame?" The blame is from
whoa,
top to bottom.
Whoa! Stop.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah. Stephanie, are you telling me we only have 7 likes?
No. I think that's on my channel, because we're co-streaming to my channel. So guys, go to my channel too and get the likes up. 7 likes. Still, right? It's atrocious.
Smash up the like button. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. But big up yourself, bro. You go somewhere. Have a good night, bro.
Enjoy the sangria. Enjoy Mexico. And I saw his picture. You're right.
You go. You want to say anything to anybody?
You say what?
You want to say anything to anybody before you jump off? Are you a first time caller?
No, I've called in maybe once or twice. This is my first time on KG's channel, though.
Nice.
Okay. Enjoy your holiday and Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir. Send me off.
Try and make it merry.
Right, bots.
Yeah.
I interrupted you there. Sorry, I interrupted you a little bit to get him back in. What was you saying, bro?
No, he dropped a lot of truth bombs, bro. And I just, I was just applauding him. And I was going to say, because I saw in his picture, he was like, juggling the ball with his right foot. And I was like, brother should come play for Man United. All wingers are not. I know. He should come for trials.
These days, man, that's all it takes. We see somebody do one skill and then we want them on the team. This is what we went wrong with Anthony Blood, yeah? That's about we saw him do a spin Rooney and then everybody wanted him on the team. Get out of here, fam. Yeah.
No. I hear you.
Let's go to the next one.
What is JV saying? You want to read JV's comment?
Which one? This one? Because you're just a commercial that keeps on making money, that don't care about winning as long as the P's come in. Wake up, people. It's true, though. We are. I mean, I'm never going to stop saying this. Klopp called us a Mickey Mouse Club, fam. Klopp said to us, you, man, are a Mickey Mouse Club. That's why I never came in it. They came there. They had this, they had the bells. They had the whistles. They talked about money. They talked about social media. But they never spoke about football. Yeah? And this is where we are falling short. We don't have any football people in football positions. But, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
There's light on the horizon. We'll see what happens when Ineos comes in, innit? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are 10 hard out already. Like I said, I'm close, but I'm not there yet. but we'll see what happens over time in it. Let's jump to our next caller.
Mhm.
How do you say this name? Because I don't want to be rude. How do you say this name? Nyasha?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blah. What do you say? Well, go on,
Big
Nyasha. You say.
I am good, bro. I am good. How are you?
Where you calling from?
Bradford.
Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford.
Is that Bradford in America? Yeah.
No, Bradford in West Yorkshire, bro.
I was thinking England with the American accent. Big up yourself.
Hey, what's up,
What
guys?
are you saying, bro?
I'm all right, bro.
What are you doing over here at Christmas time? It's cold.
I live here, bro. I've been here for like a while now. Like, I live here, bro.
Oh,
Nice.
big yourself up there, man.
Yeah.
Listen, enjoy the cold weather.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not too bad. It's all right, though.
What are you saying, though, G?
What are your 5 things ugly?
I just want to graze over a few things. The Eric Ten Hag thing and a little bit of Rashford as well. But just an overview. Like in general, I'm more of I'm back in the manager. You know, because if you look at it, right, we've had different players, we've had different managers, we've had different CEOs, but there's one factor that always has remained constant. It's never changed, and it's the owners. And for people to come out and say, "Oh, Ten Hag needs to go,"
Yes.
now I get it. Like, yo, I'm pissed off just like everyone, bro. I want the guy out. You know, I mean, right after the game, obviously, right after the game, I'll be feeling like, yeah, he's got to go out. He's got to go out.
Yes.
Yeah. But once you kind of like, you're a United fan, bro. I've been a fan for a while. I've seen this shit show for like 10 years, So, but when you look at it, you're like, out of all the managers we've had, he seems the most competent. Like, Mourinho, yeah, he was good, but I think at United, he did well, but no one was backing him, bro.
Oh, bro. You're Eric Ten Hag in, right, Nyasha?
Yeah, I am Eric Ten Hag in.
Tactically, Eric Ten Hag has been outplayed. Joe and his co-host, his name is Botswana Pappy, by the way. Joe and his co-host are Eric Ten Hag in. Are you guys smoking crack? So, Nyasha, are you smoking crack because you're Ten Hag in?
No, I feel, I understand. I understand. Like, people are in their feelings, bro. Like, so I understand.
Yeah.
Like, you should have heard me after the game, bro. Like, I was saying worse shit than that, bro. Like, so I get it, bro. Like, United actually has a hold of my life, bro. So, like, when we're doing bad, like, sometimes I have to just kind of turn it off, because I'm also like at uni, so I'm trying to like, keep up with that life as well. Yeah. So, So I am Ten Hag in, and then Rashford.
It's passed over my question. I said, "What you studying, blood?"
Sorry, bro. Clinical technology, bro.
Then United.
And Man United, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Man United, clinical.
Yeah. But I just want to graze on Rashford as well, man. I just feel like I think that whole Rashford, project, like it's just time to call it in. It's just time to call it in because he don't seem like his mind is on it as well. Yeah, he don't seem like his mind is here anymore. So it's like just cut the umbilical cord, let him go because like there's no point having a forward player on one goal, like, at this point of the season. We've seen it a couple of times with him, so it's not like the first time. So it's like, for 350K, yeah, you can go, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I'm there with you, I'm actually there. What is he producing?
Absolutely nothing.
One good season does not equate to be your highest paid player on your team, blood. Nah.
Yeah, it's just like there's not much difference between him and Sancho. The only difference is he shows up, like I guess, but there's not much difference. Yeah. But
Nyasha, who are you replacing him with then? If you want to get rid of Rashford.
Who am I replacing Rashford? Right now the trajectory is looking like we kind of going with the youth, because if you look at today's team sheet, there was kind of youth. I'm like, okay, we might as well just kind of, kind of rotate that way and just go with the youth. Like I don't mind if we're going through this and we're playing the youth, like I'd be cool. But the problem is we got 350, 250, like all these salaries all over the place. It's like, nah, bro. Like, bro, you guys pick up more money. Sorry?
No, I'm not saying it's true. If we was doing these kind of performances with the youth, we wouldn't feel as aggrieved as we do because we're spending big money on these big ass players and we're still getting crap performances. This doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, like you look at like some of these players that paid more than like some Liverpool players, Man United players, Manchester City players. You're like, what,
listen,
bro?
Our wage bill is higher than all of those teams, bro. All of those teams have higher wage bills than us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. We're just in the mud right now, bro. We just have to firm it and just, I guess.
Nyasha, you know what the other thing too is the if we actually go ahead and just give the youth a chance for the rest of the season, we would have, how Chelsea, that time when they had the transfer ban and they had to really look within, and then just like we started seeing the Mason Mounts come out of the wood, where like they actually started giving the youth talent an opportunity to develop. And if this is the way, then Ten Hag, I want to see that wheelie kid again. I want to see him. This shouldn't be like his first time and last time for the rest of the season. I really, really hope that Ten Hag just goes with also teaching Garnacho how to be a starter and conserve your energy, because he looks tired.
Yeah, I've seen him at the end of games, like where you're like, yeah, he's gone. But you gotta understand, he's 18.
Read that comment real quick though. That's big up for the super chat again, BB. I'm gonna just read this quickly. Yeah, what does both Onana and Michael Jackson have in common? They both wear gloves for no reason.
That is hilarious. Big up, BB.
So I had to read it out super chat.
And they both bad.
Yeah, both bad. Terrible. Yeah. But you know what? Listen, Nashta, do you have any final words before we get to
my final words is to be like just to help it, help you like digest, this period is like, be realistic. Like, don't expect like changes tomorrow. Like this is serious, bro. Like, so yeah, have your days where we all sit here and go back and forth, but in general, it's gonna take a while, bro. Like, we're gonna have to change board members as well. So yeah, like just be realistic and keep the manager there for now.
Thank you. Big up yourself.
All right, thanks a lot for having me.
All right, listen. Right, I was gonna go. All right, we got 3 people waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go Uncle next because Uncle's in the studio. Everybody wants to hear from Uncle, but
we gotta hear from Uncle.
The guy who asked me a question, who just jumped in. Yeah, he asked me this. There's a guy that asked this question. Ibukun. I don't know how you say his name. Ibukun. Yeah,
I do.
He just jumped in. Yeah, so I'm gonna just put him in now. What you saying, bro?
Yeah. Good evening.
I say your name properly. Rude.
Yeah, you got it right, Ibukun.
Ibukun.
Yeah, you got it right.
How you doing, bro? So listen, your question. So do you want me to answer this question, yeah?
Yeah, please do.
Of success of criteria from Erik ten Hag, yeah? Well, I'll tell you this, yeah. I'm still living on the fumes of his last season's success. And that's what makes me believe that I still think that we can finish in top 4. Do you know that? I still don't think we're not going to finish in top 4. I know. Yeah, clip it. Do whatever you want. I said it with chest. We're going to finish in top 4 this season. And if we do finish in top 4, do you feel like he deserves more time if we finish in top 4? Answer me that question.
No.
Why not? If we finish in top 4, we'll finish 3rd last season, and somewhere in top 4 this season, he shouldn't get more time.
No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't.
Be quiet.
And the reason is simple. So first of all, like, I used the analogy of projects in my question when I asked you. So he came, before he took the job at Man United, he knew the mess Man United was in, first of all. And, you do not jump into the waters without first, knowing what kind of water you're jumping into. So he knew the mess they were in. That's one. So for him to take the job, he knew that, of course, he's going to be dealing with the Glazer family. That's one.
Mhm.
Two, the management is shit. Three, he has players who are overdue and rusted, and then needs to go. So there's housekeeping. Now, knowing all these things, he still took the job. That means he should have a plan. Now, he took the job, he came in, and look, first season, right? For every club, go and check history. For every club that has a new coach, there's that
New manager.
because it's like, yeah, that new manager feeling is like a child having a new toy. Every day he wants to play with that particular toy, and then until he gets tired of it. So that hype for me was what happened first season. So it was a small script. Now this is second season. Now second season, knowing what, and you came with saying that you're going to play the his kind of football.
Yes.
That was the one that's coming in. Now wake up, guys. Second season, he says that is no longer visible. I mean, what the hell was he thinking? That is somebody that doesn't know. That is somebody that doesn't know his shit. Because if you know your shit, look, I'm a business analyst, right?
Yeah.
And as a business analyst, before any project at all starts, the business analyst has to analyze what is the problem, and then where's the gap, and then what do we do to close the gap?
Bridge the gap.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so he should have done that as a manager. Nobody takes a job without knowing that, okay, is this what I want? And if it's yes, how do I go about it? Now, let's move.
Brother, here's the thing. I see why you think that, and I'm so glad you shared that you're a business analyst. The thing about jumping, when you started, you said you don't jump into waters when you don't know how deep they are. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes you actually do, if you can swim. If you can swim, you trust. You have to know that I have a plan. And he actually did have a little bit of a plan. He brought in somebody that a lot of people were questioning, Martinez. What did Martinez do? He gave us one of the best performances from any Man United player last season. That guy is not there.
Okay, can I shock you?
Go ahead.
It will be interesting. It will be interesting for you to know that by training, I'm a geologist. Now, let me shock you one thing. Let me tell you something you don't know about water. On the surface, some waters can look calm, but do you know that you have undercurrent in some waters, and when you go down, and meanwhile from the surface it look calm. My brother, with a water that has an undercurrent, if you like, let you be who is the best swimmer in the world, you ain't gonna make it. You're dead food.
Phelps or whoever, yeah.
Yeah, you can be Phelps, you can be whoever.
Yeah.
You are dead food because you're going out of your depth.
Yeah.
So this is the issue with Ten Hag. So all these, and he took the job. Now, moving to another point. Look,
okay.
Fans are always confusing management with management. So there's a difference between board of directors and somebody who is in charge of operations. Eric Ten Hag is in charge of operations. It's not the Glazers. The Glazers do not tell him to buy Anthony. They did not tell him to buy all the players he has bought in. He has the sole autonomy, and he brought in all those players. And I mean, just like Joe said, I mean, Martinez out. Who else? The rest were crap. Maybe Varane, okay. Casemiro, okay. But then again, he has lost Casemiro and he has lost Varane. I mean, the rest are just the rest are just crap.
That's the point.
Casemiro's injured.
No. I mean, even when he's look. If you ask me, Casemiro's performance in his first season was better, way better than this season. And what does that tell you? A player is not supposed to be appreciating under a good coach. He's supposed to be appreciating.
Bro, at one point, Casemiro was our top goal scorer. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, that he was a good player when he came in his first season.
I'm talking about this season. At one point,
okay.
Our top goal scorer.
Agreed. But let me ask you this. Is his job to score goals? Really? What's his primary assignment? Okay.
But listen,
help the team win.
No, I agree. See, look,
gonna go.
Okay. I'm listening to you, Joe. You want to say something?
Beckham not score goals. Midfielders can score goals too. You know, I don't mind. Listen,
Yeah.
you know the funny thing. I actually prefer it where you don't know where the goals are coming from. They could come from over there. They could come from over there. They come from the midfield. You know what I'm saying? They could come from the corner. I love that about certain teams where you just don't
Yeah,
know.
I agree. See, I'm not disputing that fact. I'm not disputing that fact.
Goals were coming from. They could come from anywhere. Aguero could score. Bernardo Silva could score. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You just don't know who's going to score.
I agree with you. Now, let me give you another instance just to debunk what you just said. Rodrigo in Manchester City, right? He scores goals, doesn't he? But he does his primary assignment, which is hold that midfield tight. That is his number one assignment. If he scores goals, it's an additional bonus, and we will take it because he's simply, like you rightly said, and I quote you, doing his part to make the team win.
Okay.
And I agree with you. Now, going back to the other point I was making earlier, look, Glazers will not come and tell Ten Hag how to set up his team or how to train his boys. So I think we should learn to separate management from off pitch and on pitch. Now, for the management, for the Glazers, yes, of course, they have a lot of issues. They are not, backing the club in terms of financially rebuilding the stadium, appointing sporting directors that they should have done for ages, and setting up, giving Eric Ten Hag a kind of good backroom staff off the pitch to support him. I agree. But for crying out loud, look, do you want to tell me that the West Ham players currently are better than the current Man United players? Really? Do you want to tell me that the current Bournemouth team is better, even though we still have shortages? Are you telling me those players are better than the current Man United squad? Hell no. You can't simply tell me that. Look,
you say
Eric Ten Hag,
mentality is the real thing, I'm telling you, go watch that interview that Flex had with Aaron Wan-Bissaka after that match. Bro, they're broken, fam. They're broken.
And whose fault? Agreed. Whose fault is that?
Bro, it can't just be the manager's fault. It's partly
It
on them
has
too.
to be the man. Look, okay, let me give you an instance.
I'm want to talk to you because someone's been saying that they want to talk to you for ages.
Yeah, so bring in uncle.
Everybody's uncle
is a geologist.
Yes, I'm a geologist. Geology is my favorite drink.
There we go.
What did you want to say? Right, we've got 4 men on screen right now. This is not usually what it is, but listen, you said you needed to talk, so release.
Yeah, I had a few things. I have a few things I want to talk about personally, but before I do, I want to say one or two things regarding what Mr. Ibukun has been saying. Okay.
Yes.
Like I said, if Mr. Ibuko was alive back when Ferguson was a manager, he would have kicked Ferguson out of the club.
Yes.
When Ferguson finished what, 11th in his first season, and then went up to second, right? And then by his third season, he slumped to 11th.
Yes.
And then even slumped further to 13th in his fourth season. If Ferguson was coaching in this day and age, everybody would have been calling for his head on the chopping block. Everybody would have been saying, sack him. What is he doing? I mean, we are still in the top half of the table. And it's barely 6, 7, 8 months ago when we won a trophy. And people are asking for this same manager to be sacked. So if this was a Ferguson season, and he dropped from second to 11th, we would have sacked him, and we probably wouldn't have been talking about winning the treble several years later when he actually had to go in and do a deep cleaning of the club. And when you're talking about mentality, I don't think people understand. You can't blame Ten Hag for mentality. Mentality has been a problem before Ten Hag came in. the one of the best mentality monsters in terms of management is Mourinho. Even Mourinho couldn't control this dressing room. Even Mourinho couldn't control this dressing room. I will give you an analogy. We know we are seeing how Nokia is trying to come back. Remember when Nokia was
They
a
used to be the
powerhouse company?
ones. They used to be the
Nokia
ones
used to be
leading.
the ones,
Yeah.
and then Steve Jobs released the latest iPhone. And you know what the then this thing, the then chief, the head of the board of Nokia said, the clip is on YouTube. It's a very popular clip. He said, when they told him, "Have you seen the latest iPhone?" He laughed and he said, "This iPhone for this amount, and nobody will buy it. Nobody, because it's too expensive. And you know what? It doesn't even have a keyboard. It has a touch screen. Nobody wants to use a touch screen." Guess what? Where is Nokia now? And where is Apple? It's not what Nokia suffered further down the line was not a problem that the new people who came in caused. It was a problem of complacency that started at the top and flowed all the way to the bottom. If you remember back then, there was this phone OS called Symbian. Before Android became a popular OS, there was an OS
that was
called
running on
Symbian.
JavaScript.
Exactly, and then eventually Android started trying to come into the markets, and then Android made their this thing open source for everybody. But then Symbian was like, why? Why do we have to do it? Like, we don't owe anybody anything. Nobody's going to use Android. What is Android OS? Fast forward several years later, who knows anything about Symbian? And let me even tell you the funniest thing. The majority shareholders in Symbian was Nokia. Same Nokia.
Wow.
So you see how the rot starts from the top and flows all the way to the bottom. And then if you're seeing someone that's there now, you'll probably think it's the person's fault.
Okay, so let me just respond. Let me tell you why I've taken the stand that I did take. Now, look, we cannot compare Ferguson era with this era. And I'll give you an instance. Now, let me ask this by asking this question. If we were still producing oil the way oil was produced in the 1950s, do you think using that technique of production of oil back then in the 1950s will meet the current demand of the current population now? I'm sure that's a no. Now, there's evolution. The game of soccer and the patience of soccer, and also the
oh man, you failed.
Oh
It's
no!
funny. It is funny how my fellow Nigerian is calling it soccer. It is funny how my fellow Nigerian is calling it soccer.
right.
Soccer away.
Oh Lord.
You see, I would have let you continue, bro, but that word is like forbidden on here, so no.
Yeah, we don't do
Also,
that.
we gotta address the analogy of producing oil back then, and now, like for me, that one is not.
You see how the context is terrible, because in football this day and age, people talk about things that were done, how people are using Johan Cruyff's pattern of football till this day. There's no correlation.
Uncle, he tried to match you on the analogy status. You get me? He tried to see if he could get the analogies in like you.
I would have used his analogy against, these small boys of these days. They just want to pick up one or two analogies, producing the technology of those days. If technology has improved, you move on. No, the problem with Man U is we didn't move on when technologies were improving, when other clubs were doing data sciences and all of those things and smart scouting. We didn't move on.
No.
That's our problem. But what I
quick
wanted to
question.
talk about.
Question,
Yeah, go
Uncle.
ahead. Go ahead.
Connor's asking, what's your drink of choice, bro?
Well, at this, if you've come to the motherland, we call it brukutu.
What
It
that?
It
doesn't
is
have a
called brew.
percentage rating of alcohol.
It
That
doesn't
one, right?
have an Connor. I don't think it is for you. I don't think you're there yet. I think there are levels to it. If you taste that, you pass out and you wake up black. It's not for you. You just enjoy your whiskeys and brukutu is not for the faint-hearted.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
I want that now. Hey, but anyway, moving
In
on.
Southern Africa, uncle, in Southern Africa, we have one called chibuku. It's that one of those where you just let it brew.
Those one
the
exactly.
alcohol. It's a range.
They don't write. There is no ABV 4%. There's no ABV. There's no percentage of alcohol. It is when you drink it, you will find out. Taste and see. And that is how it is. There is no percentage of alcohol. Nobody tells you anything. In our where I come from, we drink it in the morning to brush our teeth before we start the day.
So that's the mouthwash, yeah?
Yeah, it's the morning mouthwash before we start the day. For Connor, it will be the last thing he drinks before the weekend so that he can wake up straight Monday morning and go to work.
So, yeah. Uncle, what you saying then? What did you call to talk about? Let's talk about Man United.
West Ham.
There was there's something that was worrying me last season. But I didn't say anything because I thought during the summer transfer we were going to work on it. We didn't work on it, but then I didn't foresee Sancho being kicked out of the team. Manu has always had a problem of creating chances for strikers, but the problem has always been there because our wingers are inside forwards, so they don't cross, they cut in and shoot. And that's what Rashford was doing last season. That's what Anthony was doing last season. We didn't really have anybody who was crossing the ball, right? So I assumed Sancho, because Sancho is good at those things. I felt eventually he was going to come in and do it, or we were going to bring someone that could do it. But our strikers are suffering. This data was released 2 weeks ago or last week, right? And it's a data that shows passes received by strikers this season so far. Guess who is at the bottom of the list for the least passes received this season?
Højlund.
Yeah.
Højlund.
Poor guy.
Højlund. And guess who is second bottom?
Go on.
Anthony
Martial.
Our second striker.
Yeah.
Our second striker. There were two strikers at the bottom of passes received by strikers this season.
So surely they must be able to see there's a problem at Man United from our wingers and our midfield not being able to.
Do you know the funniest part? I went to the Premier League website to look at big chances created this season so far. Man U is at this third. Liverpool are the first, then Man City, then Man U. And then I'm wondering, how are we the third highest in terms of big chances created? But our strikers are receiving the least passes. Then I figured
Go on.
The problem is the wingers. Then I said, okay, let me even check and see what these wingers are doing.
Yeah.
I will read out something for you, right?
Yes.
Garnacho of the players that have played 800 minutes or more this season, only Haaland and Darwin Nunes have had more shots than Garnacho this season.
Wow.
That would have been okay, not bad. He's getting chances, he's getting into shooting positions. But the more shocking stat is the one I'm going to read for you next. So they said out of 81 for shot quality among players to have 20 or more attempts in the Premier League this season, out of 81, Garnacho is ranked 67th.
Wow.
67 out of 81. Anthony, our other winger, is ranked 77th out of 81. Wayward. So
right now, bro, this is
we got.
Now you're getting the picture. Now you're getting the picture.
Is clear. The
We are
picture is
creating chances, but we are creating chances for wingers who are terrible at scoring goals. The striker who can score goals, we are not creating chances for them. We are instead creating chances for wingers who are terrible at shooting and scoring goals. Mohamed Salah is creating chances. Gerard Bowen is creating chances. Mitoma is creating chances. You can mention wingers in every team: Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, all the likes. When are our wingers going to start creating chances? One of the stats that I loved is they said it. Haaland, Rasmus Højlund takes chances better when the chances are created for him from the wide flanks rather than from the center. He does better running into those balls and attacking them. But we don't have wingers to create chances for him.
All right, one second. Sorry, Uncle, to interrupt you there, but as you was about to, because to be fair, your time ran out a long time ago. We was just letting you talk because your uncle. Yeah, I was going to bring in someone that wants to say hi to you. I don't know why. He says he's a fellow Nigerian and he wants to say hello. Say hello,
Uncle.
What? Why are you there?
Uncle.
Hey, my fellow
Alpha.
uncle. I greet you. I greet you.
Everything you're saying is exactly what I said. You man heard me. You remember I said our strikers who are supposed to score are not scoring. And our wingers are not creating chances. And if they're not going to provide service to the strikers and the forwards, our wingers need to be scoring. What did Uncle just say?
Yeah, but but our wingers ain't doing nothing though, and this is why everybody talked about Rashford last season.
Yeah,
because he's the only one that's producing anything.
But even Rashford, like I said, these guys are getting paid big P's.
Yeah,
big P's, and they should be scoring more. Rashford has so many opportunities where he could have squared balls. Pause. He could have used his left foot. He had so many opportunities where they could have created more chances, and it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Ralf Rangnick said it, and nobody wanted to listen. And they say, "Uncle, you can vouch for this." In the country, they say, "With the sword goes the man's head, who does not heed advice from the elders."
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Ralf Rangnick said it, and Uncle said it also. We're rotten from the top to bottom.
In fact, the way they put it is the fly that doesn't hear word will follow the corpse to be buried.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Come on.
One second. This show is getting very dark. You man, you're both leaving now. I love, big up yourselves. Yeah, but no more murder talk. Too much murder. Like, we're talking about cutting heads off and your swords are coming. Listen, right, one.
No, but like I mean, there is. I hear the truth bombs that they were like, especially the fact that our squad for me is it's just not doing what it needs to be doing. Attacking wise, we're just out of form. We don't know. This is 5 things dark. It took a while to turn K. Yeah.
Bro. That's what I'm saying.
And our squad is just made up of a bunch of 3310s, 5110s, and Motorola's, and there's one iPhone in the middle. Hoyland, like Kobe Maino is the iPhone in that squad. And I just feel like we need to do a proper clean out. Let's put the smartphones on the lineup. I'm gonna end it on that one.
You know what? All right, then listen, last caller bringing it home. Preem, what you saying, brother? How you saying? You good?
Yo, what you saying, man, G's?
Talk to me, blood. What's you doing up at the time? You're in my country, so what you doing up at 2:45 in the morning, blood?
I was at an event, still I came back. I saw the Yeah. So I saw that you men were live, so I had to pull up, show some love, man.
Come on.
What's the match today?
The match? Bro, of course I watched the match, man. That's why I had to go out.
For real?
Fam, I had to wait like 8 hours to go back out, bro.
Yeah.
I have to watch the match and watch the fighting to get myself some entertainment.
And even that was kind of dead too, blood.
Isn't it? You see what I mean, bro? I should have stayed at home, man.
This weekend of sports was dead.
It was dead, bro. The match was dead. The boxing wasn't really boxing. The only thing was boxing was the Christmas presents, bro.
Oh yeah, so you saying? What you saying? You got everything ready for Christmas? You good to go?
Yeah, everything's good. So just patting some things today for the fam. But yeah, everything's good. But yeah, I just want to touch on the game quickly. I know a couple of the man said it like beginning of your stream. Yeah, in terms of chances, we're just not creating for the strikers, as a couple of man said already. The problem is, I think it is the wingers, because we have so many inside forwards who just want to cut in and shoot. And you see Anthony, yeah, you see that leg, bro. You see that leg of his, yeah, bro. If I can just get that leg and just construct it in a way that instead of cutting in, just go and just cross it. He just needs to cross the ball. Like you go into you see that Robin, yeah. He's not Robin. You're not Robin.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time you go, you don't even go by it. You go to the edge of the 18-yard box here. You turn left, and the fact is, he's not knowing that. For example, when we're playing Aston Villa next week, yeah, their coaching staff, would they have a little meeting in about the games, the future games that's coming forward? They're gonna look at the clip and say, listen, whoever's defending, or is it Matty Cash, or I don't know who's gonna be on the left. I think it's Matty Cash. Yeah, I think so. He's gonna be like, listen, you know, Anti's gonna cut in. You know he's gonna cut in. You need to be unpredictable. Like, it's not every day you cut in. You need to see your options, because as again, like Hoyland's getting no chances. I saw the game today. The only thing I saw from Hoyland was that pass from Bruno. That's it. Remember, I think it was in the first half. That pass from Bruno, that was dead. Like he got a little task. Obviously, nothing happened.
Look how many shots. The funny thing is, yeah, if you count the amount of shots we had, and it's just like the previous two was saying, yeah, who are actually taking the shots that we actually have. Yeah. Garnacho must have talked about, like I keep saying, about 4 to 5 shots.
Yeah.
But talk about 3 shots, yeah. Talk about 3
shots on target. They had 5 shots on target. Yeah.
Tell me that they should be falling to other people. Why is he not squaring that? Why is he not trying to find the striker? Do you know what I mean? Surely we hired the striker for a reason. No?
Yeah, we had 3 shots. The total shots we had was 11. But where were the 11 shots? I didn't see no 11 shots.
I didn't see 11 shots.
What? I didn't see no 11 shots.
These stats count, like, you know how Garnacho was trying to cross and then it's like deflected and then it goes over the bar. They're like, oh, that's a shot. You know.
And bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. We had 65% possession to lose 2 goals. Does that make sense? Do you know what I did hear when it was 0-0? Yeah, first half, I was thinking, okay, cool, we're cooking something here. And the thing that pissed me off was that Garnacho shot from the first half. I was like, how are you not finishing that? How are you not sorting out your legs to finish that? Because I'm not gonna lie, if that goal went in, 100%, it would have been a different ball game.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know the funny thing is though, why do we have to be so reactionary as a team though? Why is it we always have to wait for something to happen for us to change anything? Do you know what I mean? If things ain't going right, you know, that's my one biggest criticism of today, especially about Ten Hag. It doesn't matter. You should be able to read the game better. Everybody else, all of us fans was thinking, change something. Before that goal went in, before Rashford came on, what time did Rashford come on? 80-something minute?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, let's talk Ten Hag then. Let's talk Ten Hag, yeah. So his tactic, obviously, he brought in that little kid. I think that kid did well, the centre back. I think he did really well.
Oh, he did well.
Yeah. The debut, like, props to him. Like, he did really well. Kobe Manu, cool. You can't really blame him. It's his fault, but he's a young G, innit? So leave him, innit?
I expect him to make mistakes. So.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's not even meant to be playing. Big man thing. Let's deep it. Is he really meant to be being in the first team? No. It's the fact that of the circumstances what's happening within the team, like for example the midfield and all that stuff. That's why Kobe's literally got his window to open. He banged it pre-season. That's why he's here. Does it make sense? If we had a better transfer window, Casemiro, blah blah blah, good players, I don't think Kobe will be actually had a foot in the first team. But obviously, because circumstances, that's why he's here, and he took his opportunity, and props to him. Do you know what I mean? So, anyways, did you see Ten Hag's press conference as well when they asked him about the game?
Before we go to the press conference, Rashford actually came on the 57th minute. Højlund was taken. It was an early sub out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. On that substitution, I disagree with that substitution as well. I've disagreed with it because I'm like, how are you taking off Højlund for Rashford to do what?
Yeah, he just like disappeared.
Go on. Yeah,
they've done the same amount this season, though. They've done the same amount this season. To be fair, I'd rather put Garnacho. To be fair, this evening.
Let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, how do we change our attacking style so we can convert our chances? Do you know what I mean? What needs to change in that front three? Because I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I feel like Højlund should stay number one. Yeah. What can we do within that? So I think it's Bruno, Garnacho, and Anthony. What can we do within that? Do you know what I mean? What's our final third has to be productive. Do you know what I mean? What you man saying? Like, what you man think? Like,
yeah, it's the same problem that Uncle highlighted earlier on. Our wingers try cutting, so we need wingers that do not cut in. We need a right-footed winger on the right-hand side. That's what I was trying to say to Dwight York, who was here early on, is like, we need a right-footed winger to whip the balls in, because we heard, like, Højlund thrives when he has balls to attack. And now when we're trying to now cut in, and it's like, that is not going to work. The formation, DJ Superfly is saying a big thing here. The formation, it has to be addressed. We 100%. Can't keep on going like this. We're just not in control. Anytime we're fragile because of how we're set up tactically.
So this is the manager we're talking about then again?
Yeah, Joe, what are you saying then? What's your take, Joe?
I'm going to say on this, yeah. We need to punish our players for not doing what they're told to do. Yeah. Like that, I was listening to something from TalkSport a couple days ago, or whatever it was, right? And it was like they were talking about Bernardo Silva, yeah, and they were comparing him to the wingers on our team and stuff like that. It's like no matter where he's put, he does the job he's told to do. If he's told to be a winger, he's a winger. If he's told to be a midfielder, he's a midfielder. He doesn't break out of what he's told to do. And if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, like, when he has different defensive obligations, then guess what? He won't be starting in the team by Pep next week. You know what I mean? And I think this is where we're starting to fall off. We was all advocating for Ten Hag to, punish people when they come in late and stuff like that. But what about when they don't do what you want them to do on the pitch? Where's the punishment for that? Why are we seeing the same people on the pitch over and over and over again? Start blood, because I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Stop playing McTominay. Stop playing Rashford. So obviously stop playing Rashford, but it's like he was forced to stop playing Rashford. Bro, you should have stopped playing Rashford ages ago. This is why you're getting a bombastic side eye now, but that's why everybody's looking at you funny. You say one thing, you do it another. Yeah, I do not want to hear it no more. Punish people for not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, if Rashford don't track back, we don't see Rashford no more. If Garnacho ain't crossing, we don't see Garnacho no more. Put someone in that will do it, and if they don't do it in the next match, but drop them too. But
like who though? The thing is, I think we've got like 11 players injured, man, or something like that. Our injury list is long.
But guess what? If you're not doing it, you ain't playing the next match. I will play the other guy that didn't do
I
it
hear
last
that.
week.
I hear that. Yeah.
Rotation, make it rotate, but we got enough players to rotate the rotation, blood. Yeah, make it happen. That's what I think.
What do you think about the formation change though? I think that's very big still. Like I'm up for that, you know, because this 4-2-3-1 is not working, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes.
I feel like two strikers. We need something. We need a two strikers or something, man. What do you guys think?
To even be more specific with it, it's like he tries to do this like 3-1-6 that has not been going well. Any time we try it, it's just not been going well. I was really disappointed with how do you not learn from the template that we had versus Liverpool? This was a chance for you to actually be like, oh, let's repeat the same thing. Matter of fact, let me get the same Mendem in that lineup and get him in. And then from there, Bruno can come in as a sub. No, Ten Hag does not do that. You know, when we saw what happens when Kobe Mainoo has somebody like Amrabat next to him. Lucas Paqueta had a hat trick of assists prior to playing us today. And so you're going to have to ask if Ten Hag and the backroom staff are doing their homework, they should know that he's the biggest threat. The way Paqueta just, dinked that ball over, McTominay was the closest player to him, and he's the worst person to try to be aggressive. McTominay likes to back up and hold his position. He's not that type of person who's like, incisive slide tackle or incisive closing down. It's not in his skill set. So I'm a big advocate of change the damn formation. Try something else, because this is not happening. It's not working.
What formation do you suggest then? Because there's only a couple that I've got in mind.
4-2-3-1. There's other ones. Huh?
Go back to classic Alex Ferguson, 4-4-1-1,
Yeah, 4-4-1.
France plays like that a lot of the time as well as 4-4-1-1. You got your solid midfielders, and then you have when you have Giroud and what's his name? What's that striker's name from Atletico Madrid? What's his name again?
Griezmann.
Griezmann.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, like Felix and all that.
They play one in front of the other. You know what I mean? They play well together.
But it's even more formation aside. It's the tempo, the one-touch triangle passing. We used to draw triangles up in here because we could see like some sort of like, you simplify the game for yourself. If you one touch, look for your partner, link up. These men them cannot even link up. These men them cannot even do a single just beating a press with a triangle. You wonder, what are they practicing?
Do you see that there was a clip on Twitter? I'm not sure if you guys watched it, when the man them could even do like 5 passes in training together. It was kind of mad. I was thinking
4-4-2, 4-4-1-1, the same thing, blood.
Yes, yeah, it's the same thing. This Superfly guy needs to be sinbad, bro, from the comment section. yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, going up to this Aston Villa game, I'm kind of wary because they're kind of on form. I know they didn't have the best of starts this weekend, but they can hurt us, man. If we're gonna play like how we did against West Ham, I just don't feel like we're gonna get a result. But you know what? It's so funny. Yeah, we'll go to Aston Villa and actually beat them, and then our next game we'll lose.
I don't know.
That's a Man United thing to do, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's classic Man United these days, bro. Like we've been doing this since Oli, you know what I mean? We win a couple, then lose, then win a couple, then lose. We are literally, what was it called us during the Oli times? Bounce Back FC?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. We can't sustain a good number of wins.
So what are we saying? Are we still a big club, yeah?
No, man.
No
We
table
fell off.
We've got to
We
be
fell
real to
off.
ourselves, man. Do you know what I mean? Because as me as a United fan, yeah, I go to every match optimistic. I'm always thinking I'm always gonna back my team. At every match, I always back my team. But you know, sometimes reality comes and you say, listen, yo, we can't even win this
This
game.
is
We're a big club only in name now. Name and status, as in terms
and
of
legacy and heritage.
And you know the reality is catching up to us. You know now it's catching up. He's thinking, you man are not big no more. You know, no trophies in over 10 years and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, we
So,
best watch I don't turn into a Liverpool situation, fam.
for real, bro.
But what we need to, as fans, we need to really adjust our expectations. That's what I also forgot to say to you, Ibukan, earlier on. You know, it's like we need to know that a rebuild does not mean staying in top four. That get it out your window, get it out your mind. Okay, if you think a rebuild has to us be staying in top four, no, that's not how it works. When you are reconstructing something, you have to break things apart. The progress is not always linear. Some days it'll be good, some days it'll be worse, it'll be ugly. As Joe said at the beginning of the show, you know, it's gonna get worse before the brighter days can come. And that, though, we have to adjust our expectations as fans and be a little bit more like level-headed and have a little bit more context into our understanding of the predicament we're in right now. It'll be better. Brighter days are coming, reckless
But
delegates.
it's gotta make sense though. Like, do you know what I mean? You just said about brighter days are coming, but the rebuild has to make sense. Like, for example, what about the transfers then? The transfer window. Do you think that window makes sense? If you're trying to say about the rebuild, yeah, the transfer window, I don't think personally, my personal opinion, I don't think it made sense. And then moving forward to all the games, I think we've played about 18, 19 games now. We've already scored the same goals. And our goal difference is like, I don't even know what goal difference is minus something.
or something like that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like, so in this rebuild, yeah, like you have to see like progress, like 10-minute progress. Oh, so not 10 minutes, 1 match progress. 1 match, okay, cool. This didn't work. Cool. Next match I change it. You did with Jadon Sancho, fair enough, cool. Now Rashford is acting up. You bench him. You don't wait, don't be stubborn. And I feel like Ten Hag is just doing a side eye for all these past things and it's catching up on him. That's why as fans, we're annoyed as fans because we're thinking, listen, you're meant to be the guy that's that's from Ajax here. You came here, you won your trophy at Ajax, you come to United, you at press conferences, you're giving the small talk. I think, okay, cool, this guy might be the guy. Now we didn't have a good preseason. Transfer window we was good. Going into the game, like all these unexpected things. So in the when you talk about rebuild, it's hard to like believe because it's like as fans we're so frustrated and and I think as KG said before, we're reactionary as well because we want to see results. Like and I don't think Ten Hag needs to realize as fans we want the best for the team. Do you know what I mean? We don't just want a team where we're just all lying down flat thinking, okay, cool, that's it. No, like we're reactionary because we want the best as a team. We've seen the treble, we've seen like the 13, we've seen all these trophies that we won back in the day. Now we're coming here, we're thinking, this is what I'm coming back to my house, and this is what we're seeing now.
Yeah, we've been over there, we've come back, and everything has just fallen down, fam. And we're like, nobody does this while I was gone, no, taking the piss. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And you know what, bro? The thing is, we don't know how it's going to recover. And it might take us a long time because we're rotting down to the foundation. This is what it feels like. You know, you come back, your house is in disarray, bro, because it's gotten to the core. And not one of your family members have been looking after it properly. And now you look around and you think, who's going to help me rebuild this club? And you have nobody there to help you. You literally, look, Ineos is coming in to try and restructure the whole thing because nobody there has a clue what to do. Yeah,
do you know what's so funny?
Go on.
Do you really class this as a takeover when it's only 25%?
It's not a real takeover.
That's like eating bread. That's like eating a quarter side of the bread and say that you finished your food. That's like
go back and finish that food, man.
And that's like saying you've had a quarter size of the pizza. You even had the whole thing yet.
Yeah, but at least,
bro.
It's not a takeover, but if he can restructure, the main thing is if he can restructure.
Jim Ratcliffe is moving like one rabbit, bro. Bear nibbling the thing, bro. Just yam the whole club, bro. Move like one small rabbit.
He ain't got the peas, man.
Hey, Joe, you know what? I want Qatari.
Hey, we all want a Qatari blood, but we have to live with what we have, bro. Big up yourself, Prim.
Yeah, big up, man. Then big up, man. Love.
Listen, it's late, blood. It's 3 o'clock in the
bro.
morning.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning. Man's going to his bed, fam. Yeah, I'm going to my bed. I'm not seeing Santa. Yeah?
My favorite thing about what Preem said was that we need the investment in the rebuild. The investments have to make sense. You know, you can't keep on just doing a scattergun approach in your transfer policy. So that part has to be addressed. And I think once we have a little bit of a structure and some people that know what they're doing behind the scenes, things will get better. My first red flag with Erik ten Hag was, why didn't this guy want to work with Ralf? Why? Ralf was a darling to every Man United fan. There's no Man United fan around the world.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of feel like they told him, like, yeah, listen, we don't really like Ralf, you know. Because remember, Ralf was pulling up. He was causing a lot of waves, yeah, with the higher ups as well, yeah. He was causing a lot of waves. They was going to get rid of Ralf anyway. I feel like they just put that out there. Yeah, he doesn't want to work with you. You know, like when you just blame someone else for the problem. You get me?
Yeah, but the whole thing, the whole rhetoric, Joe, when Ralf, once we had known that, Ralf is not here permanently, we knew that, I remember the rumor mill was something like maybe he might get a consultancy role. And then Ralf gets this Austria job, coach at a national team. And then it's like, oh, maybe he might make, 1 hour or 2 hours available per week to be able to meet and give advice and just be a consultant. That's all. The guy has the glasses, and those glasses know how to spot talent,
bro. This is one thing I mainly regret is letting Ralf go the way we let Ralf go. Ralf was, I believed, when Ralf spoke, I believed everything he says. Everything he said, I believed. The way Mama said we need open heart surgery. Listen, he knew how to pinpoint the problems without calling out certain players. Yeah, he just said it perfectly. We should have learned from him. We should have kept him in-house. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe Ineos might bring him back, because he was a guy that we should have never let go of, Because, a lot of people keep saying that we keep seeing 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there of good football sometimes from these players, Did we not see the same thing in the first match against Crystal Palace with Ralf? 20 minutes of 20 minutes of 4-2-2-2. That was it. 20 minutes, bro. And then it was it.
Yeah.
That was it. We never saw no good work from them again. Ralf was thrown under the bus from early times because people like Cristiano didn't like him, and then it was just downhill from there. Because if he wasn't giving him respect, all the youngers weren't giving him no respect. It was just downhill.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to keep going on about what could.
Everybody in the chat that's been contributing to this conversation, we appreciate you guys so much. I see Luan France in the building as well, saying that I've been saying Ralf plus another would have made the most sense. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, FC. That's who we are right now. Thor says Ralf wasn't known as a manager. He was well known as a football director. We should not have made him interim manager, brought him as a consultant and get someone else as interim. Fair point, Thor. Fair point. Wow.
Last one.
Last one. Look at all the men Ralf wanted us to sign. The balling, and we're out here signing Mount and Anthony, bro. Pyramid, you are
real
so right.
Real talk. All of the people that he said, fam, they're somewhere else doing well. Yeah.
His talent ID is unmatched. It's amazing. We know the players from just what he did, even for all those Liverpool players, the Sadio Mane's, Ralf talent ID, guys. That's what he specializes in. We should have made sure that we kept him in the family for that and not pushed him out. But 100%. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, in the words of Luan.
Fantastic for a rebuild. But anyway, for real. Hey, listen, guys, this is the end of the show. Thank you for rocking with us. We've been on for like 2 hours. I never expected it. Listen, I need to go to my bed. It's like 3:08 in the morning in London, people. So listen, pick up yourselves. You can find my co-host Botswana Pappy on Football Power Hour. You see it on the cap. Yeah, make sure you go subscribe. You can always find me on I don't remember my channel name. That's too, yeah, people next week as well. Hopefully we should be back with, we're gonna try and do the good, bad and ugly of the year, just go through everything and what we really think that we need to try and improve on for next season and for next year, because going into the second half of the season we really do need to see some improvements, and we can just look back on what really went wrong for this year. But guys, big up yourselves. Actually, Bots, you got anything to say before we go?
If you haven't hit the like button, you're a disgrace, you're a cheat. Look at yourself. Come on, hit the like button. Have yourself a Merry Christmas. Don't let this club bring you down right now. Come on, let's go. Let's end the show, bro.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky this.
None can compare with the KG done. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.